Hello there, what's up? Carmando here. Welcome to my NXT TakeOver Toronto 2016 review. I wasn't actually going to make a review for this. I did say that in the Hell in a Cell predictions or takeover. I was saying I wasn't going to bother with NXT, but this was actually a pretty good takeover, so I thought, well, I'll make a review for it. Um, I'm not like some people think this was like the worst takeover due to who won, which is just odd to me. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. It's the same with like at Backlash. I said it then. People thought it was the greatest pay-per-view ever, just because of who won, not because of the match quality. I'd say actually this was one of the better takeovers because a lot of the takeovers, not a lot, but there's been a few where I haven't really enjoyed them. But there were some pretty good matches here that I quite liked. But first, there was a dark match. Just thought I'd mention it. Rich Swann defeated Kona Reeves, who was formerly known as Noah Potye and Noah Kikoa. He's Samoan, but Rich Swann beat him anyway. I just thought I'd get that out of the way with. Um, Now, first match, and also the pre-show was only half an hour, which is good, and it went by really quickly. Um, and they just get straight to the point. Like there's no need for the whole 2 hour thing that Survivor Series is going to do. That's just stupid. There's just no need for it at all. 1 hour at the most is enough, but 2 hours just unnecessary. Unless they're going to put in some matches, but 2 hours is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Just stop with this quantity over quality thing. But let's not talk about Survivor Series. Let's talk about NXT. First match, and we start off with Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger, and Bobby Roode comes out with an epic entrance, his glorious entrance, if you will. Um, I loved it. I thought it was awesome. There's a choir like singing like a version of the glorious thing, and then out comes Bobby Roode, and then his theme hits, and everybody's singing it. Awesome, absolutely awesome. And Ty Dillinger came out here on his epic jacket with 10 on the back of it, and this huge like collar thing. He looked badass. The crowd was loving him as well. And I thought it was a good match. I did, and it's a match that you don't often see, in that the loser actually looks great in defeat. It's not something you see a lot in WWE, but it happened here. Like I said, I wanted Ty to win, but this match was done in a way that Ty is over more now than he was before. He could be like that underdog, like a Sami Zayn in NXT and Daniel Bryan. He could be that underdog who loses for a while and then eventually will get a big moment. I could see that happening for him. I could see him becoming NXT champion in the future. I hope so anyway. But yeah, great match, lots of good moments. There was a funny part where they were doing like the 10 thing, and Bob and Ty like stomped on Bobby's hand, and and Bobby was going then like doing the 10 thing, and the crowd was loving it as well. I thought that was a really great moment. And at one point, Bobby Roode was going to try and go for Ty's maneuver, the tiebreaker, but he didn't get it. Eventually, it comes down to Dillinger gets a sharpshooter, which got a big pop because of Canada. He sends Roode Roode sends Dillinger in the ring post, and then nails a big DDT for the win. Good match, a great match to start the show. I thought it was a really good way to kick it off. Bobby Roode won, and afterwards, Dillinger is recovering, and then he gets a big 10 chant, and the crowd's loving him after the match. Just a really great way to get both guys over. I just thought it was good. After this, things sort of took a bit of a downhill, I guess. Not that it was bad, it just was your basic kind of tag match, really. We went on to the Authors of Pain versus TM61 for the Dusty Classic. Also, the first match was 16 minutes 28 seconds. This match was 8 minutes 20 seconds. The whole Ellering in the cage I thought was just weird. I don't know. It's not like I hated it. I just thought it was so random, really. Like the whole music lowering it down and then getting him in there, and then the music again. I just thought it was kind of odd. There's only two real things to mention from this, where Thorne had a big swanton bomb from the top of this bloody crash thing. I don't know what to call it, but he did. That was cool. Um, and I think it was I can't tell the two guys apart. I think it was Miller did a moonsault. That was kind of cool. Um, and then at one point, the bloody Ellerin dropped a bloody chain from the cage, which they try to use, and then surprisingly, he goes to hit one of the guys. One of the Authors of Pain goes to hit Miller or that on the apron, and he ducks, and the bloody chain goes flying out, and I'm surprised it didn't hit anybody. Maybe it did, I don't know, but it went into the bloody crowd, which could have seriously hurt somebody, because it was at like head level as it was going out. We didn't actually get to see if it hit anyone or what have you. I think it just went to the floor in the crowd, but that could have been that could have really messed someone up. But the TM61 actually hit their finisher, the Thunder Valley thing, but they got out of it. After this, not much really happened. Authors of Pain hit their finisher, the last chapter apparently it's called, and they won. Out comes Triple H, Goldust, William Regal, present the trophy. Basic match, really, nothing special. Now, we get onto the best match of the show. 2 out of 3 falls, DIY versus Revival. This is probably the best tag team match I've seen in a seriously long time. Honestly, one of the best tag matches ever. I just thought it was amazing. It was 22 minutes 19. I thought it was longer. It felt longer. It was really, really, really good. Just I can't give this match enough praise. If you haven't seen it, get your eyeballs on it because it was really, really good. Just excellent tag work by everyone, but excellent heel work by the Revival. It amazes me just how good these guys are. And people, like he was talking about how bloody the headbangers and that are on SmackDown, like he was complaining. He's not going to get to do what they do in NXT on the main roster. They simply won't. I said it in my predictions. Just look at American Alpha. What made them popular and what made the fans love them? They haven't been able to do that in the main roster. And that's why they are not as over as they were in NXT. And that's the exact same thing that will happen in the Revival. But I don't want to complain. I want to talk about how amazing this match was. I'm not going to get into everything because there was so much and it was so good. There was one point they hit the heart attack. The Revival hit the heart attack on Gargano. But first off, Revival got the first win, the first fall with the Sharp Machine, which was fucking nasty. Like Gargano went for like a springboard spear thing. They caught him and hit the Shatter Machine. And it was more like in the stomach region where the knees got him. Usually it's like the face. It looked nasty. There was a lot of nasty moves. I loved it. Second fall went to DIY. I'm looking through the thing. I don't know. Can't remember when it happened because there was so many near falls and awesome moves. I can't even see where the 3 fall happened in this recap. The 3 count where it happened. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they hit their finisher and got the win, got the fall. I can't remember. It's not saying here anyway. Oh, here it goes. DIY with the double super kick thing for the 3 count. Yeah, so that must have been how it happened. I have a pretty horrible memory, but it was a really epic match. It was so many. Another awesome moment is when Dash and Dawson go for their finisher, go for Gargano and Ciampa's finisher, and they mess it up, and I believe Dash hit Dawson with a super kick, and then after that they hit DIY hits the Shatter Machine on the Revival, which was awesome for a 2 count. There was holy shit chants. Eventually after this they do some more stuff and it comes down to them both, Gargano and Ciampa, getting them in submissions. I believe Gargano had a crossface and Ciampa had that nasty looking armbar or armbreaker that he does, and they eventually tapped out. It was amazing. It was so amazing. I can't do it justice. I can't say enough how great it was. Honestly, one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen. So good. So good. And and they also had like an after, like a next NXT exclusive thing on WWE's YouTube channel, and they were like really emotional and talking about how hard they worked for it. Awesome. I felt really like happy for them. They deserve it. As the crowd chanted. Then we get on to, well, they showed JR at ringside, watched the match, but then we get on to Mickie James versus Asuka, and it lasted 30 minutes 7 seconds. Now, it was an alright match. It was an okay match. I thought it was going alright. I just thought the ending was kind of odd. I mean, yeah, it's believable, I guess, but it didn't look like she had the Asuka lock on properly, in my opinion. They were sort of like going back and forth, and to me, it didn't look like she had it on right, and she only had it on for a little bit, and then Mickie sort of tapped out instantly. It was only like a few seconds, but I don't think she had it on right, in my opinion. It didn't look right. I thought it's kind of odd. Like, people were complaining, oh, Mickie should have won. Why? That's not good booking, in my opinion. Asuka's been undefeated for so long. For someone from the past to come back and beat her, I don't think that's a good way. I don't really get why people complain about that. Apart from that, it was alright. There was a nasty German suplex on the outside, similar to the one she did to Emma, with like the leg locked. I don't really know how to describe it, but she had like in the ankle lock, then the German suplex. Ugh, nasty, absolutely nasty. Mickie also had a nasty, like, I don't know if it was the Mick kick or like a reverse roundhouse, but that legit hit Asuka either in the face or in the neck region. Oh, it looked nasty. At one point, Mickie hit like a single leg crab. I thought they were like expecting a pop for it, because Lance Storm did that and he's from Canada, but kind of got no reaction. Asuka was going wild with like her slaps and stuff, and then Mickie ducked a back fist and then slapped the crap out of Asuka. That was a pretty cool moment. But yeah, eventually ended with that Asuka lock thing, which I thought was just kind of odd and surprising, and happened it was kind of just like, I was just kind of shocked at it, because it didn't really seem like that was how it was supposed to end. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it. It wasn't the best. But after the match, Mickey's helped up on that, and Mickie extends her hand, and Asuka looks at it, but then just raises the title in Mickey's face, and Mickie was kind of shocked at that. Seems like they're sort of maybe going for like a more heelish Asuka, which I think is kind of a good way to go. After this, Pat Patterson was showed at ringside. Excuse me. And then we go on to Joey Samoa versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And this match lasted 20 minutes 12 seconds. It was quite long. I thought that the tag match lasted way longer. I did think it was into the half-hour region. Don't know why, but I did. But this was an okay match. It was alright, and I'd say it was better than the Brooklyn match. It was kind of slow in places, but I thought it got really good in the last few minutes. I quite enjoyed it. But oh yeah, the entrances. Nakamura had a few violinists. That would be the word. I was waiting to say violin people, but violinists would be the word. But I don't think they were actually playing it. And I mean, the crowd was loving it. The crowd was loving it. But to nitpick, it would have made more sense if they were actually, moving along, with the song. They clearly weren't actually playing. But it would have made more sense if they were actually playing to the beat. But just me nitpicking, I guess. It was still a really cool entrance. Yeah, not really much to say about the beginning part of the match. I wouldn't say there's anything really special there. Like I said, I think this would have been a great time for a last man standing match, just due to how the build was going, and with Joe beating up Nakamura and Nakamura returning and then brawling and all that. I think it would have worked. But most of the match, Joe sort of worked on the leg of Nakamura, and then but eventually he didn't really. Well, he did sell it, but he sort of just got up and was beating the shit out of him with the knee. But then later on he was selling it again. It was nothing really to complain about. At one point he hit the Kinshasa, got a 2 count. went for the Kinshasa again, was in the Kikina clutch, and like he thought he was going to pass out or what have you. But then the fans started chanting Nakamura's theme, and then he sort of, does his comeback. I thought that was kind of cool. A good way to, instead of just clapping, just start singing his theme. I thought that was cool. And then after this, nasty, nasty. Apparently it's called a Chimera suplex, or the Chimeraplex, which is 3 suplexes. A German suplex, looked nasty. Believe it's a not Master Lock. Master Lock was what Chris Masters called it, but the Full Nelson, I believe a Full Nelson suplex. I think that's what it's called, or maybe a Dragon suplex. I'm not 100% sure. Nasty, landed right on his neck, and then finally the straitjacket suplex, which again, nasty, landed right on his head. There was a couple of nasty moments in the match. I think at one point, oh no, it wasn't Nakamura. It was Buddy Gargano. I think he landed on his head. Maybe Nakamura landed on his head at some point as well. I can't quite remember. I don't know. After this though, Nakamura hits a Kinshasa and Joe sort of rolls to the outside. Now I thought the ending was cool. I thought that was a good heel kind of ending. I really did. I like endings like that. I do. Where Joe, the referee's like out checking on them, and at this point, like the steps is like the top half of them has been like launched off by Joe, but the referee comes along and Joe sort of like pushes him out of the way and then low blows Nakamura. Then does like the Uranagi on the steel steps. He brings him back in and hit the muscle buster and won. Like I couldn't believe that. Did not see Joe winning. I really didn't. Everybody was stunned as well. Like there was crowd reactions. People were shocked. I really didn't see that happen. I really didn't. But like I said, the last few minutes was pretty good. But I was kind of bored throughout the match. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was just a bit slow, and maybe it was just due to that DIY match being so amazing. Like I just can't say enough how great it was. I just loved it. I'm on the edge of my bed anyway, but I was really into it, and like there were so many near falls and so many like believable where you thought, oh, it's going to end here, but it didn't. Oh, it could end here, but it didn't. It was so good. But yeah, after the match, Joe, they started playing his old song. That was something I was like, what the hell? What the hell are they playing that for? But then after like 30 seconds or something, they started playing his new one. But yeah, I did think it was one of the better takeovers. The only not so great match was the Authors of Pain match, just because it was a basic tag match that you kind of see all the time, apart from the 2 moments I mentioned. Dillinger and Rude, great. DIY up there with the best match of the year. I'd say the best NXT match of the year in my opinion. Mickey James and Asuka was alright. And Joe and Nakamura was good at the end. Just a little bit slow in the from beginning to the middle. Just my opinion. Maybe it'll set up a third match. So, like some people were saying on YouTube on one of the videos, that it could be like an I Quit match, and then the next one's going to be before the Royal Rumble. That's how they're doing the takeovers now, and I actually agree with that. I think it's better that they go with just I hope it's just 4 they go with now each year. I think that was better. I remember at one point I did say that they should have them like every 2 months, but I don't agree with that. I like that they're doing it now before like the big 4 and happens on a Saturday. That's easier for me. I like that. I don't like it if it's through the week and then I won't get it watched when it happens. So I'm not staying up all night on a bloody Thursday or a Wednesday or whenever the hell it is. I'm just not doing that, and I wouldn't have time to watch it until the weekend, and by that point I'm like, I don't really want to watch it, I'd rather watch it live, and it's good that it's on a Saturday. That's just me. I think it's good that they're going for just 4. I think that's better. Gives them a chance to build up new people, and that's kind of why Mickey James came back, because there was no one really to face Asuka apart from Ember Moon, but I'm guessing they want to build her up for the next one, which would be in a couple months, either there or the one after that before WrestleMania. But I'm guessing maybe the one at Rumble. Maybe she'll face Ember Moon. Maybe Ember Moon will win. I don't know. That's what I would like to see, Ember Moon versus Asuka. Maybe they could have, like I was thinking while the show was out, and maybe they could have like a little tournament leading up to it, up to the next takeover. Have all the women face off. There's enough of them to have like a good like 8-woman tournament or something. I think they could do that. Eventually ending with Ember Moon. Maybe. That's what I was thinking. Feel free to share your thoughts on that. But yeah, overall, pretty decent show. I'd probably give it maybe C, B. I'd probably go B. The DIY match takes it up does notch it up quite a bit. And I really enjoyed the Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger match as well. That would be the second best match in my opinion, the Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger. But yeah, I just thought I'd make a review. I've still kind of rambled on a bit, 21 minutes. I didn't think I'd ramble that long, but you know, I'm a rambler. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and there's no more news or anything like that. There's plans that they're going to put the world title on Undertaker maybe, and he might end up facing Cena at WrestleMania. Which, if Cena won, that would not be a great idea in my opinion. That would not do him any favors, because he's actually been getting kind of a more positive reaction. If he went and beat Taker at WrestleMania, yeah, he's getting booed. He's getting booed big time if that happens. But there was a thing that they were considering a heel run with Cena. Whether that's true or not, I mean, that would definitely get him a heel reaction, beating Taker. And apparently it would be Taker's last match. That'd be one way to get him to be a fucking heel, that's for sure. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.